What's up, you guys? Great to have you back on the show. I'm Sean David. Let's talk some old school basketball. In today's episode, I want to talk about the 1996 comeback of Magic Johnson and double check how good was that comeback actually. But before we start with this video, if you like this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also click on the notifications button so you always get notified once I upload a new video. Plus, if you want to check out my Patreon account, I would also really appreciate it. You can get access to exclusive videos. And I would say, without any more blah blah, let's get right into today's video.
The news is so shocking and so unexpected, it is difficult to absorb it even as we report it.
First of all, let me say good after late afternoon. Because of the HIV virus that I have attained, I will have to retire from the Lakers today.
The dazzling career of one of the world's best-known athletes is over.
On the 7th of November in 1991, Magic Johnson not only shocked the basketball world, but the entire world with his announcement. Never before has a professional athlete in the NBA come out with such a huge announcement and had to retire at the peak of his career. As you can imagine, the shock in the world was huge. But Magic Johnson wasn't willing to give up on his NBA career, and it wasn't over.
But civilian clothes didn't quite suit Magic. His game hadn't changed. His physical strength was uncompromised, and his will to win remained firm. 3 months after announcing he was HIV positive, he took the floor at the 1992 All-Star Game. But it wouldn't be a smooth return.
There were players like Karl Malone, like Mark Price, who weren't sure that it was safe for Magic to play. They didn't know what the risks were for playing with somebody who had the HIV virus. But I think Magic Johnson overpowered that tension with his great joy, and you could see it in his face, getting out there and playing.
In typical Magic fashion, he would own the day, scoring 25 points and winning the MVP.
Three-pointer, yes! Oh, my!
Seeing everybody embrace Magic at the end of the day, I think that did a lot for people's understanding and awareness of HIV.
He comforted other people and said, don't worry about me, I'm gonna be fine, I'm gonna deal with this. And he was still Irvin Johnson. He was not, broken by this.
The reaction to Magic at the All-Star Game and a gold medal performance in the Olympics that summer convinced Johnson to rejoin the Lakers the following preseason.
When he wanted to come back, there were people talking about whether they could play against him. There was a great debate.
If I get in a collision with a guy, it don't have to be Magic. It can be Joe Smoke. But the fact of the matter is, if you got the AIDS virus, it'll be hard for me to play as hard as I'm capable of playing. And if people can't respect my decision, that's tough.
Magic's return ended before the regular season began.
Magic Johnson is retired from basketball again. This time he says he will not change his mind. Johnson's decision to retire again appears to have been influenced very much by what has happened in the intervening month.
Now was final. The career of Magic Johnson was now officially over. For the next couple of years, the Los Angeles Lakers were struggling. Gone were the days of a James Worthy, a Magic Johnson, a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and it was a huge generation change. The mid-90s were dominated by the Chicago Bulls and Michael Jordan, who had his comeback in 1995 and again was on top of the world. Then in 1996, out of the blue, incredible news arrived.
Welcome to the Press Box. I'm Leslie Goodell along with Paul Sunderland. A little later in the show, we're going to take a close-up look at what makes the 6th-ranked Villanova Wildcats tick. Plus, we'll put a wrap on Super Bowl 30. But first, it was a magical day in the NBA.
Boy, was it ever. It was reported here first on January 15th, and now, ladies and gentlemen, it is official. Been talking about it for a while. Earvin Magic Johnson is back with the Lakers as of today. A contract has been signed for the remainder of this season for $2.5 million, and as required by the league, Johnson has divested himself of his 5% stake in the Lakers. Johnson returned briefly in 1992, only to re-retire due in large part to negative comments made by a number of players around the league. But this is a different time, and Magic this time is here to stay. Magic Johnson is a player again. Larry Burnett has the story.
He's back. More than 4 years after retiring, Magic is back. 36 years old now, 27 pounds heavier, and who knows how much stronger. He is back. Just like Magic, Magic is back in the NBA.
It's time to come back, and I wanted my son and my daughter to see me play. And I didn't think I went out the way I wanted to go out before, and that's the reason I'm back. And I'm also back because the Lakers have put themselves in a position to hopefully do some good things, and I hope that I can be a part of it.
On the 30th of January in 1996, it finally happened. Magic Johnson put on a Los Angeles Lakers uniform to play against the Golden State Warriors. Now, being a little bit heavier and a little bit slower, the guy was 36 at that time, he had to find a new position. The position was called the power point guard.
Magic just wants to play basketball. And you talk about how big basketball is, I'll tell you, in LA, Magic Johnson's return is actually bigger. Bob?
And now, the crowd on their feet. The warm-ups are coming off. And Magic Johnson returns to the NBA after the free throws. How'd you like to be taking those free throws? Crowd on their feet. Savor the moment.
Position, so you'll see him.
And Exel runs it down and saves it to Magic. Peeler. Three!
Lakers, a very big three-point shooting team. Now they're not shooting a high percentage.
They're on their feet. Magic's first 2 points on the return. The patented penetration.
Pass a little bit more difficult.
Now Magic. Rebound D-Nuts. The Magic.
Nice.
Ball fake. Already. The Magic is back. Sprewell. Offensive foul.
That's what they came to see. Now just keep an eye on Magic as he makes this move.
Magic Johnson had an incredible comeback game. He had 19 points, 10 assists, 8 rebounds, and shooting 50% from the field. And the Lakers won. And the Lakers suddenly started winning many games, and they were actually making a late run for the playoffs.
LA Lakers are 6-1 since Magic Johnson's return. He recorded a triple-double against Atlanta, the 138th of his career.
Nice rebound, Magic, put it up, no good. Rebound is off, Magic gets it back. Magic doesn't try to shoot it, gives to Campbell, slam dunk. Oh, nice play by Magic. Bounce pass, give and go, back to Jones, slam dunk. Magic has the ball. Magic in the front court. Magic has played 25 minutes, drives underneath and scores with a little ride.
You know, when you're sloppy, when you don't play well, and you can get the victory, that's a sign of a team that's coming.
Magic is great. He's sensational. But don't forget the other guys. They are playing their hearts out.
Yes, the Lakers are in sync, averaging 25 assists a game. But it was still Magic's week.
Magic's got 30 points. That's the most made by any reserve in the league this year.
Although he scored a season high, Magic ended the game in his typically unselfish way.
Jump shot. Three-pointer put in by Zavallo.
You know, we didn't have a really designed play. It was kind of a scramble. We got the ball in Magic's hands. He does what he does best, great things, and I just do what I do best, finishing.
I remember like it was yesterday. I was super excited about Magic's comeback. I was super excited about the new trading cards with Magic. And one of the first questions that I was asking is, does that mean Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson gonna face up again?
The media is here, the fans are here. This place is rocking, and it's going to be a lot of fun to see what happens between Magic and Michael.
It was like a playoff game in the middle of regular season with all the media hype and the expectations.
I want my picture with you.
If the game can live up to any of the excitement before the game, we're in for a real treat. Anytime you get Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson on the court at the same time, you've got something special.
I'm pretty sure for Magic, knowing what he was experiencing and coming back, it was very similar to my own thoughts.
Ball in low to the post man. Magic working on Rodman. Comes around Rodman. Hook shot. A 6 is good. A beautiful hook. Curling it off his right wrist.
And it was fun. I enjoyed it. We gave him a good test.
I think I got fouled by Dennis, and he told Dennis, don't let up on him, beat him up some more. We're going to get him in shape. And I knew what he was doing. He was working on Dennis to work on me to get me in shape, and I appreciate that.
Well, converse to that.
And they was up 20.
All right, now let's have a look at his numbers of his last season. He played in 32 games, starting in 9, averaging about 30 minutes a game, which was a decent amount of minutes, shooting 46% from the field. Definitely a decent number, especially if you didn't play for 4 years. Shooting 37% from the three-point line and 85% from the free throw line. A very high percentage, a very, very high percentage. Now, he was averaging 5.7 rebounds and 6.9 assists. Okay, definitely no comparison to his peak, but you have to remember that guy was 36 years old and didn't play for 4 years, so definitely decent numbers and averaging 14.6 points per game. Alright, so how good was Magic Johnson's comeback? I think it was a very successful comeback because you have to put it in the right perspective. That guy didn't play for many years. He was 36 years old, so at an age where most players retired already, and that guy was still putting up decent numbers, had to play a position that he never played before. Plus now he had the chance to end his career on his terms. I think it was a very successful comeback, and especially for his fans, something that we will always cherish and remember. Hey you guys, if you're active on Facebook, I can really recommend Open Court. As an NBA fan, you should find everything you need. If it's funny NBA videos, impressive highlights, or even NBA news, I check out Open Court every day.